The 3 points of articulation.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh yeah, that's not my line. That's Adam's. But welcome to Adam's channel. We are doing predictions for SummerSlam 2020. I'm Jonathan Fenton. We also have Jamie Wills and Adam the Wrestling Man, you're already very familiar with. We'll get started with the Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza. This will be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm going to go this one myself first because Adrian Garza has become sort of my boy. I picked him for Chase the Belt, and this is the time where he's going to win the belt. I think they've dragged it on way too long about winning the Tag Team Championships for this team. I mean, it is a WrestleMania match in a sense as well, so I'll be going for Andrade and Garza. Adam, next.
Yeah, like you say, it's quite a drawn-out one, this one. I like the slow build, but it's been one that's made it pretty obvious that Andrade and Garza are going to win because Street Profits have had their big moment this week on Raw with Montez Ford getting the win to avenge his poisoning angle. So it only makes sense for Andrade and Garza to win.
And Jamie?
I'm going to go with the Manic Hispanics, which is not their official name, but they're not going to give to them, the Vega Boys. Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? It makes no sense to not be, but we'll see. We've been swerved before.
Well, that's a full house for that match. Let's move swiftly on to Apollo Crews versus MVP. This will be for the United States Championship, with the stipulation of Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are barred from ringside. And we'll go to Adam first for this one.
Yeah, this has been one, obviously, that's been in the pipelines. Again, it's another decent build, to be fair to WWE. Not many matches nowadays on pay-per-views are getting as good builds. So when Apollo Crews has been available, this has been built up. The stipulation kind of leads me towards thinking there's going to be a new member of the Hurt Business. Would make sense if they built up their numbers before Retribution properly come along. So I'm going to go MVP. Whether he wins the title is another story.
Good shout. Jamie?
I'm going to go for the Fantasy League over my head, should we say. I've got Apollo in my team. I'm going to pick Apollo because I don't want to lose points, Adam, if I'm honest. I can see you there looking already docking me points from losing this belt, but yeah, I'm going to go with Cruz.
Yeah. I'm going MVP as well. I agree with Adam. I actually think he's going to win the belt. Otherwise, what was the point of having, what essentially was a 3-match series without actually putting the belt on him in the end? So, yes, MVP for me. Next match is a street fight. It's Dominic Mysterio's first match. His debut, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
And he's going up against Seth Rollins in a street fight. So, Jamie, who you got?
Dominic he's got a new dad at SummerSlam. He's appeared before. He's seen his dad beaten up a few times, and I think he's going to lose again today. I think it's going to be Seth Rollins. You can't have him beat Seth Rollins, can you? Most decorated people of all time. He's a child.
Good point. And with that question, I'll give you my answer. Can Seth Rollins, or rather, can Dominic beat Seth Rollins in his first match? No. I agree, Jamie. I'm going with Rollins as well. Adam?
I'm going Dominic.
Oh,
there's been rumours swaying around about Rollins taking some time off. Obviously, he's going to be daddy quite soon. His whole Messiah gimmick has been very interrupted. First, they had the AOP who disappeared. Then you had Austin Theory that disappeared. Murphy's being primed for a singles run. So I'm going Dominic to get the victory for a bit of hype on his debut.
it would have been better if they put the parentalship on the line for Seth Rollins' baby. A full circle for Dominic. That would have been good.
That would have been
That would have been
nightmare.
top notch. A ladder match.
Terrible.
Winner gets the winner gets a child.
So the next match, we've had a brief discussion about this because it's changed from a hair v hair match to a loser leaves town. No disqualification. It's Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. This is my pick first. Going into this, I always thought that Sonya Deville would probably be prone to a nice haircut. I think she'd suit a short haircut where Mandy probably wouldn't. So I was going to go with Mandy. However, if the new stipulation got me questions, but if I stick with my first pick, it's Mandy Rose for me. Go on. Adam, go.
Mandy Rose all day. This is the easiest one for me. There's only one winner here, and it's Mandy Rose. Sonya Deville obviously had the unfortunate incident with the stalker fan the other day, and I believe it's probably been done because she wants a little bit of time off to kind of get used to what happened and get her head right. So, yeah, Mandy Rose for the win.
Good. Amy?
This is what I think. I think that the Stalker's going to come in, interfere in the match, give Sonya Deville the victory. Mandy Rose is going to come back with the mask on, and that's what we're going to get from the story. So I'm going to go with Sonya Deville.
This is why Jamie Will's not booking WWE.
Right, surprised Dijakovic wasn't involved there.
You wait and see. Who counted chickens yet, Buster?
Right, so next we've got the first of what is going to be a double header. We've got this SmackDown Women's Championship on the line when Bayley takes on Asuka. So we'll go first to Adam for this.
Asuka. I think it's been built up. Obviously, Bayley's had the title for ages. And I think it's been built up to have Bayley have a bit of a tantrum session. And it still keeps her looking strong because she's the first match against Asuka. So if Asuka wins, it's just kind of a one-on-one type of thing. So yeah, Asuka to win the SmackDown Women's title.
All right, good shout. Jimmy?
Yeah, I agree. I think Asuka's going to win. I think similar. I would lead into it more in the Sasha Banks one, but we'll go Asuka.
Hey, I'm going to disagree, and I think Bayley will win and retain the belt. I'll get round to my reasoning afterwards. The next match is Sasha Banks versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Amy, you go first.
I'm going to go with Asuka again on this one. I think that Asuka's going to win the first. Bayley's going to throw a tantrum. Somehow not want Banks to have two belts and she's not allowed it. I think that's why the tag titles aren't on the line. It's going to cost Sasha Banks the belt, and then we've got a continuation storyline of that with Asuka then having the storyline of having two belts, etc. So Asuka.
Adam.
So slightly different story on this one from me. I think Sasha will retain this one, leading to Bayley being quite upset. Next week at the pay-per-view, they'll lose their tag team titles or during the week sometime, which will leave just Sasha with one belt. Bayley will throw a dummy out the pram, which will lead to a feud between them. So Sasha to win, retain the title.
It's a very interesting choices by both of you because I'm actually going the other way. I'm picking Asuka to win this one against Sasha Banks. Might put Sasha into a bit of a babyface role where she's the sympathetic face, where perhaps Bayley will actually cost her, inadvertently or not, the championship, which will lead to a feud between Bayley and Sasha Banks. So Asuka to win this. Moving on, it's our Universal Championship match. Last man standing, Braun Strowman versus The Fiend. Oh, sorry, not last man standing. It's Falls Count Anywhere. Silly note.
Same thing.
Well, I guess. So, we'll go to Adam. Who we got?
It's a hard one, this one, because another Wyatt loss wouldn't be good for him at all. But they've been building Strowman up to have this kind of sadistic side of him, and there's no reason to be doing that build with him unless he's going to win. I hope this is the end of these two's feud, but I'm going Strowman to retain.
Amy?
Yeah, Strowman. If it was a straightforward 1, 2, 3 in the ring, I'd go with Fiend, but I think, as Adam said, they've built him up, they've shaved his head, that's all they've done, really, and I think Bliss is going to come in, bit of shenanigans, Dominic Dijakovic is going to run down. Yeah, I think Bliss is going to have some sort of part in it, but Strowman.
What's the prediction of Dijakovic in this one, is there? Do you think something?
If he turns up, I want an extra point. So
Well, not in this, you won't get anything.
we've got one underperforming Dominic already on there, haven't we?
Well, to be honest, I hate changing my mind, so I'm going to stick with what I said, but Jamie's kind of talked me out of this one. I was going to say the Fiend. I still am saying the Fiend, but with you saying about the stipulation where it falls count anywhere, we could have anything happen where Strowman ends up retaining. But really, the Fiend needs to win this one after being beaten all year, really, by Strowman. So I will say the Fiend, hoping for the Fiend.
And it's technical rubber match, isn't it? It's the swamp and the normal match, and then we've got a third that no one's asked for. So that's
I think the Fiend as well hasn't really had much of a win as a character for a while, and lost to Goldberg in his last real match. So yeah,
I can see Nikki Cross being involved in this one in some way, shape, or form. Maybe kind of leading on to a mixed tag team kind of rivalry.
mixed match challenge coming up. We have the Fiend and Cross.
well, that sounds awful. But moving on to something that sounds very good, it's Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Other than the tag match, this one could steal the show. It should steal the show if given the right amount of time or whatever. So we'll go to Jamie for his prediction of this one.
All right, so brace yourselves, guys. Put seatbelts on your ears because they're here for the ride of their lives. Right, so I reckon Orton, he's 13-time champ? Is he 13 or 14? One of the two. He's gonna get the win. All right, so Orton's gonna get the win. Him and Drew are gonna be exchanging title runs for the rest of the year. Orton's then gonna face Cena at Mania next year with a vacated belt on the line. Ric Flair in Orton's corner, even though they had a bit of a spat this week. They're both 16-time champions at this point. Ric Flair in the corner, winning at 17th, and that's what I'm thinking. It's a Randy Orton for this one.
That's elaborate.
You've pretty much stolen Randy Orton's tweet there, Mr. Wills. Randy
tweet
Orton tweeted with exactly the same information that he predicts him against Cena at WrestleMania to see who gets the 17th.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. I swear to God, that's hands up. I did not know that. That's what I said when this match was announced, and that's what I'm sticking with.
By the way, Jamie, I did appreciate the IT crowd quote at the beginning.
No, it's all right. It's fine.
Just letting you know.
Two things I've stolen apparently.
Right, I think I'll go next just so you can have someone else close off the predictions. I'm sticking with my boy Drew. It's not time for me to lose the championship, especially to someone like Randy that's not almost a part-timer at this stage, especially with the COVID kicking in. So I still, Drew McIntyre is going to be your WWE champion. Adam, go ahead.
Completely disagree with you on timing. I think Orton is on the run of his life at the moment as far as how he's coming across to the crowd. So there's no better time for me for Randy Orton to win it. I've always been kind of bored of Randy Orton's title wins, more recent ones anyway. But I think this is the perfect time for him to do it. I've been very impressed with the build-up. The only thing that I've not been impressed with is obviously the legend killer kind of thing came back, and it didn't really involve Drew. Drew doesn't care about Ric Flair getting hit. He doesn't care about Shawn Michaels getting hit. But that's the only bit that's not involved. I think Orton's played the mind games absolutely brilliantly so far. So Orton to win the WWE title and end Drew's run.
Whoa.
I don't think Shawn Michaels cared about Shawn Michaels getting hit. When we look at the video. Bless him.
Miss Raw, so I haven't really been seeing that sort of thing. But I do agree he's on a really good run. I just don't think he needs the belt to have this really good run.
Comment?
Yeah. So that would be all the matches. So are you watching it tonight? Or are you watching tomorrow?
I'm going to do it live.
Do you want to show where you're watching live? Are you having a live chat?
Yeah, with the Fantasy Wrestling League group people. Yesterday, I think pretty much everybody fell asleep during Takeover. So we'll see if it's any more lively today.
I'll see if I can watch it tomorrow morning. Very pressed for time, but I'll try to get on it. Jamie?
I have a job, so no. Yeah, I'll probably watch the pre-show. I fall asleep during the pre-show. That's my thing, the pre-show sleeper. So yeah, whoever's on the pre-show, I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be the tag title match. Will be on the pre-show.
I hope not, because that's probably one of the matches.
I'm thinking there'll be at least one new match announced because it's a 2-hour pre-show, so probably 2 new matches announced.
Cedric versus Tozawa.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No. All right, we'll cut it off there. Enjoy SummerSlam, lads. Adios.
See you later.